3 months after the training was started, then there was an offer from Leiden University.
From Leiden University.
To take this master degree. In the end, I could pass it. At the time, my TOEFL score was 590, something like that. We just spend our life in library, reading, writing.
Yeah,
because each meeting, like one subject, each meeting has like 5 or 6 reading materials. Generally, the problem for Indonesian student is writing skill.
Okay,
writing and writing. Yeah.
Maybe.
Goedemiddag, dames en heren.
What does that
Good
mean?
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you.
Because if you want to study abroad, the most important thing is.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita ketemu lagi teman-teman podcast di Podcast Fasya dari Fasya untuk Bangsa. Untuk sesi hari ini, hari Selasa yang cerah ini, kita akan ditemani oleh PhD candidate Muhammad Latif Fauzi. Oke, selamat datang Pak Latif.
Terima kasih.
Oke. I think you are so busy right now, huh? Doing your final year in Leiden.
Yeah.
Oke. Sedikit berbagi soal narasumber kita hari ini. Jadi Pak Latif ini adalah salah satu dosen kita di Fakultas Syariah. So he did his last year PhD study in Leiden University. Jadi beliau ini menyelesaikan S2 dan S3-nya di Leiden University. Lalu sedikit saya baca colongan infonya. S1 Bapak itu ada dari lulus dari UI Yogyakarta. Dan sekarang beliau duduk di Prodi Hukum Keluarga Islam, Fakultas Syariah, IAIN Surakarta. Oke, teman-teman podcast, siang ini kita akan berbicara sedikit, 30 menit ya Pak?
Ya.
Mudah-mudahan sedikit tapi berbobot.
Hopefully.
Yang pertama, we gonna talk about educational background from you. We want to hear about your bachelor, master, and now your PhD. And then we want to know how you get your scholarship. So maybe the strategy, your tips and tricks, so we can know how you can get your double master and then your PhD scholarship. And then after that, I want to hear you tell us about culture shock. Maybe the local people, how they treat you as a local, as a foreigner, as a Muslim student, and when you bring your family, how they treat your family, maybe as a Muslim, as an Indonesian, as an Asian. And then I want to know what is the most distinguished between education system in Netherlands, Holland. How we call it? Netherlands or Holland or Belanda? Okay, Netherlands. What is the most distinguished between education system in Holland, in Netherlands, and Indonesia, especially in IAIN Surakarta? And then the last one, I want you to tell us the biggest issues that maybe change your life commonly.
Wow.
Maybe your education, maybe your knowledge, maybe your social life, maybe your spirituality, maybe your religiosity. After you get back from Netherlands. And the last one, we want to know your support statement for our student regarding that we are a lecturer and we want that our students in here in Fakultas Syariah IAIN Surakarta get internationalized, get globally. I want you to give like short statement, support statement for the students. Okay?
I'm not a good advisor actually, but well.
You are not a good advisor, but you have to prove. You already proven that you got your PhD, you got your scholarship.
I just can share my experience.
Okay. Maybe the first, maybe you want to tell us a little bit about your educational, your scholarship, how you get your scholarship when you got your master.
Well,
please.
Thanks, Putu Widhi. First of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Sinpu.
Yes,
Sharia Faculty for having me here. Of course, I am glad to be here. Well, regarding my educational background, yes, I finished my bachelor at on family law in Islamic University of Indonesia in Jogja, Universitas Islam Indonesia in Yogyakarta.
So you are basically low person.
Yes,
okay.
I am. Yeah,
low person. Okay,
low by training. Yeah,
okay,
but not a lawyer, but just legal scholar.
Yes.
So
not a practitioner, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, please, let's.
I finished it in 2004. Then I directly continued my study, my master in UIN. Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta.
Islamic State University.
Yeah, also on Islamic law.
Okay.
So I still
Islamic
keep
law again.
the linearity of my discipline actually.
Sunan Kalijaga, so Yogyakarta.
Yeah. 2004 and then 2006. So it took 2 years actually. Then after 2006, then at the time there was a program from the Ministry of Religious Affairs. The program was called Pembibitan Alumni. So seeding alumni.
It came from Kementerian Agama, right?
Yes,
MORA is Kementerian Agama.
From the MORA, MORA is Kementerian Agama. So the program was like collecting the best.
Oh, the best student.
The best alumni from the
alumni.
Islamic universities. And I was selected among 20 people throughout Indonesia.
Whoa!
The test was in Semarang at the time. Then we, as the selected participants, then we were sent to Malang to have a training. Training. So we stay
for the preparation, departure preparation. Or?
No, actually, it's not directly oriented to studying abroad, but we were just trained English, Arabic,
like workshops,
so
training.
it's like improving alumni capacity.
You applied at that time, or
yes,
they
I did.
chosen you?
No, I did apply, and then
I
I participated.
After you
in the
finished
test.
your master,
I finished my master degree from UIN.
Yep.
So I was elected at the time. Then I stayed in Malang. It was held in Unisma, Universitas Islam Malang. Then during the training, so maybe 2 months or 3 months after the training was started, then there was an offer from Leiden University.
From Leiden University.
To take this master degree.
Also, Leiden and MORA had a partnership.
Yeah, there was a cooperation between between Leiden University and the MORA, Kementerian Agama. Then among these participants, 6 people were selected to.
6 people from 20
people
from throughout
Indonesia, then were selected to join the test, to join the
But the optional university, maybe the target of university was only Leiden. The
name of the program at the time was Training for Indonesian Young Leaders. Actually, it was a continuation of long established cooperation between the MORA and the Netherlands, the Dutch government. Actually, it was called INIS, if you know. INIS is Indonesian Netherlands Cooperation for Islamic Studies.
Is that degree program or non-degree program?
Yeah, it's degree program. It's for master at the time. So it started since 1989, if I'm mistaken.
So the partnership has a long time ago before this program.
It has started. Then it was terminated. It was cut by the government, and then Leiden University initiated a new project. The new project should mention leaders. That's why it's called
young leaders.
Training for Indonesian young leaders. Then I joined the test in the Dutch embassy in Jakarta.
Whoa.
So the examiners were from Leiden University. Directly came from Holland to Jakarta to test. Then, well, actually my TOEFL score at the time was not that high.
But the TOEFL is one of the requirement or not?
Of course.
Whoa.
Of course. TOEFL
so you got your high TOEFL, right?
At the time, my TOEFL was not that high. Then after the test, then the university, facilitated us to take
some courses.
TOEFL course in Jakarta. So for a month maybe, we were trained with English, with TOEFL. Then, well, in the end, I could pass the.
But you passed the selection, so.
I passed the selection first,
and then you get the extension courses for improve your TOEFL score.
Then in the end, I could pass it. At the time, my TOEFL score was 590, something like that.
But it's paid free from Netherlands Embassy.
Pardon?
The Netherlands Embassy support free.
Everything was supported by the embassy, by the NESO. It's called NESO. So
Nuvik NESO.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you pass the selection.
Because for master, the basic requirement for TOEFL is
550, right? Is it
570?
570.
Like
at the time.
2007.
Okay. Oh.
So 13 years ago. Well,
But it's only clustered for university. For MORA University, UIN or IAIN, or this is for the
Well,
other
actually, it's for everyone actually.
Oh, okay.
So because at the time there were 11 students were elected, so 5 from this program from alumni and the rest from just general participants.
Okay, you pass the test and you get selection in Jakarta, and then you pass all the process.
Yeah.
And then you go to the master at that time.
Yeah.
In Leiden University.
February 2007, I left for the Netherlands for the first time.
Okay. Leiden University.
Leiden University.
How did Holland give a welcome drink for you at the time?
Holland is cold enough, freezing, especially for us. And then
also, you came at the time with the winter season or before?
It's still winter at the time.
It's
February, yeah. It's going to enter
spring or summer?
Spring.
Or
Spring in March. Starts in March. So well,
I don't have any experience living or maybe living in abroad. So for me, 4 season is really interesting. Okay. So you got your master. You did your master at the time. 2 years. Or
no, it's 18 months.
Only 18
months. 1 year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, 18 months. And then I went back in July 2008. And then I applied to the university in 2009. And then.
So you applied as a civil
servant in the end 2008. And then I was promoted
and then you passed the
in
selection.
January 2009.
Join with this IAIN Surakarta.
This IAIN Surakarta. It was Stein at the time.
Whoa.
Yeah, still Stein.
Okay. Yes. Whoa, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your master story. And then you did your lecture.
Yeah.
You did your lecture as a profession, as a career in here.
Yeah.
And then come again the opportunity from the MORA for get your PhD scholarship, right?
Yeah.
MORA or LPDP?
No, MORA. 5.000
Also,
dokter scholarship.
5.000 dokter program.
Yeah.
You pass the selection again, and then you back to the Leiden University to get your PhD and bring your family.
Why Leiden? Because I proposed my supervisor of my MA thesis to be my PhD supervisor. So my current PhD supervisor is my MA thesis supervisor.
So you continue your extended your study or your
no, because
research
if you want to study abroad, the most important thing is how you find your supervisor first before you doing your administration affairs.
So you apply the 5.000 dokter program after you got your previously supervisor.
Well, actually, when I applied for the scholarship from the MORA, I had no intended university actually.
Okay.
I just wrote down Leiden University in my application form. Then I participated in the examination, and the examiners suddenly gave me an opportunity to proceed this process. I mean, please go to university. You seek for letter of
acceptance.
Okay, make sure with your supervisor, something like that. Then,
so they open your way to
open my way. It was Pak Arskal Salim, the current director of
Arskal Salim. Oh no, it's the higher education director
of Islamic higher education, right? Yeah, because we knew each other before actually. That's why.
With Mr. Arskal.
Because Pak Arskal once went to Leiden, and then I was his guide during his stay in Leiden, something like that. Well,
yep.
Yeah.
So
it's
passed
kind of nepotism, which is not good.
Okay, it's commonly right in Indonesia.
Yeah. Then, I was given a month to finish all this administration process.
Okay.
Then suddenly, the MORA called me. Someone from MORA called me that at the time there was a summer course program.
It's in a non-degree program.
Non-degree program. So the selection was in August, and then the summer course in September. So he called me and told me that those who want to pursue PhD in Netherlands should go
for this summer course.
To join the summer course.
Then it's like preliminary program before the PhD.
Something like that. And then I decided, I have to go. At the time. Then
you grabbed the opportunity.
So the summer course was at the time in Leiden University as well. So the organizer was NISIS, Netherlands Inter-University for Islamic Studies, and the director at the time was my supervisor.
At that when you got your master or your
my master when I did my master. Then
so you have a
during
long
the summer
history.
school, and I approached my supervisor, sir, I want to, okay, just, but
It's like-
I need your research proposal. Come on, I forgot to submit the research proposal.
You did at the
And then
time?
I made it, and then, well, I sent it. Okay.
Directly said discussion
Okay,
with
okay.
him,
Then,
and then
he told me, okay, now please go to Margaret Van Til.
Market.
Margaret is
It's
the
kind one.
coordinator of our
Oh, okay.
Indonesian students in Leiden
In
University.
Leiden
Yeah.
University.
Then I went to Margaret, and Margaret, well, she issued the letter of acceptance. And then I went home to Indonesia, and then I gave it to the MORA, then
the LOA,
the LOA. And
then everything's going well, and then you got your starting to get your.
Then I
PhD.
went in December, at the end of December.
Yes,
So
yes.
I had my New Year in Leiden 2016.
And then back to Leiden again.
To Leiden again.
Actually, how we spell Leiden? Leiden or Leiden? Or
Leiden.
Leiden
Yeah,
University.
it's a bit like Leiden.
Oh,
Leiden means leader.
okay, and then the PhD life has begun
Because,
at that time.
yeah.
Okay, and how the local people, Netherlands, how we call it, Netherlands?
The Dutch people,
the Dutch
actually.
people.
Yeah, the
treat
Dutch
you
people.
treat you as
Well, actually, because Indonesia and the Netherlands has a long
historical with
relationship.
Indonesia.
Whether it is dark or bright, I
Yes,
don't know.
yeah.
It's a matter of perspective, I think. So generally, they are really welcome to Indonesian people. They are humble. They
And,
are nice
what
people.
about Muslim individual as a Muslim family? How you survive in maybe how they treat Muslim people in
There is
Dutch-
no such big issues actually related to religion, because we can find mosque easily. Like in Leiden, we have two very big mosques. Even though the mosques belong to the Moroccan society, people from Morocco.
belong to
Moroccan society, Morocco people.
Dutch people.
Morocco.
Sorry, okay,
North
Morocco.
African country from
okay,
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, generally Indonesian people are nice, because sometimes when we pray Jumat, we wear batik instead of
As our identity.
instead of the long dress, like
It's Indonesian people, Indonesian Muslim.
people. Then they respect we wear
Kopia.
black,
Kopia. Okay.
something like that. So there is no big issue.
Yes, yeah. Okay, thank you. And what is the most differences between like education system maybe, or student in Netherlands and in Indonesia? How they
Do you know MA level or PhD level?
let's say master and PhD, preparing for our students in here, yeah. How they present, doing presentation
The
skills,
difference first in terms of the number of course.
number of course,
Yeah, it's not that much there,
like us in here.
like us in here.
So like they specifically into
Yeah,
one.
like for my master at the time, MA in Islamic Studies, I just took 4 courses.
4 courses along 18 months.
Yeah.
And then you finish your
Yeah, and then the last
thesis.
semester is for thesis.
Thesis.
Yeah. So each semester 2 courses.
So there is no lot of subject in here.
No need, I think. Yeah, no, it's not that.
Maybe you can give suggestions
No.
to the
No.
to this institution, right?
Yeah, but the burden is really hard.
okay.
That's the difference, I think.
So they achieve a good. They ask the good achievement from
because,
the student.
we cannot enjoy our life. We just spend our life in library,
And you did
reading,
writing.
Yeah, because each meeting, like one subject, each meeting has like 5 or 6 reading materials.
Okay, reading and writing.
Reading and material. You first of all you have to read, and then you summarize.
So
make a review.
When you pursue your PhD, you're already familiar with writing and reading skills, right? Because you got your master in Leiden University.
Generally,
So the culture of Leiden.
Yes. That's why for some new students who didn't, do your MA in abroad, in overseas, the supervisor sometimes asks you to send your MA thesis.
Okay, they want to
They are
review
curious about
firstly,
your
right?
writing skill, actually. So
It's the added value when you finish your master in abroad, and then you continue to okay.
exactly, yeah.
Okay, and what do you think our students in here in our institution, Fakultas Syariah, have to prepare for study abroad? Maybe how change the mind, how change the our students' mind thinking to get globally internationalized.
I think nowadays the opportunity is not that so raw as in the past. Now the opportunity is really
Yes.
wide.
A lot of scholarship,
Scholarship from
a lot of
LPDB, from the
opportunity.
MORA. So
Yeah.
I think there is no reason.
But how we
not to.
prepare as a lecturer? How we prepare these students to be ready when
I
they
think
go
we just need to
study abroad?
encourage them, because we cannot do
Like
something
give
more.
support.
We cannot give like a special English training in this faculty. I think that's barely possible. It's hardly possible, because we are focusing on one discipline, on Islamic law, and English is something else. So if you want to have good English skill, you have to go.
What
to
about
the English course.
non-knowledge, like eager value, competitiveness,
Yeah,
public
that's
speaking,
something you have to
self-confidence?
encourage them. Yeah.
Is it a big problem when Indonesian people or Asian student get study abroad? What's happened with maybe public speaking or
No,
confidence?
I don't see that problem. Actually.
So we can
No.
we can go
Generally, the problem for Indonesian student is writing skill.
Okay,
writing and
skills.
writing. Yeah,
writing skills.
yeah. That's
so
the only
we
challenging.
have to prepare
problem.
in this area, right? Writing skills
Yeah,
and maybe
writing-
reading a lot of journal,
writing,
article.
academic writing,
Yeah,
because
academic
it's
writing.
really different.
But how you
also.
writing academic literature? You have to read a lot of things, right?
Logically, yes.
Yeah. When you want to write something, you have to read a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we have to give a hard training to our students to read a lot of articles.
Yeah, I think
Journal,
instead of
get familiar,
instead
with
of
reading.
giving assignment for the students to write an article, I think assign them to write a review of articles is more important. And
Okay, so
because
choose
they
one
will read
article.
articles and then they write down the review of the article
to get the point of
rather
this
than
article.
writing a paper. It's not really educating, I think.
Okay. We're gonna start our academic year. Yeah, next academic year. So I think
I once tried that approach and it fails.
okay.
Because it's not that easy to stimulate our students to always
Yeah,
read
yeah.
and write, because
maybe the first one is how to change the mind.
yeah.
How to change the what do you call it? Change to think globally. Think globally, but keep the local wisdom. Is it?
I don't know. I have no idea. When you already have passport and then there is a visa in the passport, then you will automatically think globally.
Think globally. Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
key, I think.
Okay. And then what is the big issues after you did your study abroad? Maybe what kind of something that changed your life commonly? Maybe you change your how do you think about this life?
Change my life or my
Yes.
academic life?
Your academic life, your religiosity, maybe your spirituality after you got back from Netherlands.
Well,
The way you're thinking, the way of your
In
thinking,
terms
maybe.
of academic, I think this experience gives me an opportunity to always think critically.
Okay, think critically.
Yeah, critical thinking. So we don't easily claim something normatively, something like
Okay.
that. So we should analyze it and think critically before we make some statement or something like that. Well, in terms of life in general, maybe respect for other people, maybe.
So this talk about social life, right?
Social life, yeah, more tolerant,
Okay.
more respectful,
Tolerance, respectful.
open.
Is that the effect how they treat you when you?
I think so. I think so because
at
over
that
there
time.
we live with very diverse people.
A lot of different culture, different religion.
Yeah, like in Amsterdam, I think there are more than 200 people from different nations. 200 nations.
Different nations.
In Amsterdam, the most plural city in the world. I think one of the most plural city in the world.
And
in
also the
Amsterdam
religion.
as well. That's the consequence, I think.
Okay, yes. And include the atheists and.
Yeah, I could visit Sheikh temple in Amsterdam, not here. I could find it there. Sheikh
So
community.
you had to go far away to.
I could visit synagogue there, not here.
So you open your you open your social life, your religiosity to see the
maybe,
pluralism.
maybe.
Pluralism, right?
In terms of spirituality, I think it's a personal matter that doesn't change much, I think.
But maybe we waiting for your contribution to change our
What
mind
kind of contribution?
in this institution. Okay. maybe speak a short statement in Holland. I want to hear you. Long time you spent out in that country. I want to hear you speak. Maybe Dutch language. I don't know. Guten Morgen or something maybe.
Goedemiddag, dames en heren.
What does that
Good
mean?
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, please give a short statement for our students to support them.
Well, study hard, read a lot,
Read and write.
read a lot,
Read a lot.
study hard, and open your mind.
Okay.
Our world is not that, that how to call it? That
Narrow.
narrow. Yeah, it's not that narrow. It's
So the
really
world
wide.
is
The
open your
opportunity is
mind.
really, really open to you. So grab it,
and grab the opportunities.
grab it, have it. So it's for everyone.
Also for me. Also for us, all of us. I just want to know how you exposure your life to improve your English skills. Maybe you watching.
Bu Widhi, personally, I'm quite amazed with your English skill.
Okay, thank you.
You claim that you never go abroad, but you have such a good English skills.
Thank you.
So ask yourself then, how to improve your English skill?
Yeah, okay.
I'm never aware of how to improve my English skill. Well, just love English.
Okay, maybe I want to know what kind of YouTube channel did you ever or always watch? Maybe TED or something
National
else?
Geographic.
National
something,
Geographic.
yeah, Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel. Also, you like something like that, right? So it can expose your English skills.
Perhaps.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Latif.
You are welcome.
Success for your defense session.
Oh, matur nuwun. Thank you.
Get the best result.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome home to Fakultas Sharia IAIN Surakarta.
Hopefully soon,
Okay. Give a best contribution to this institution. Give a European spirit to this institution.
Well, as you expected.
Okay. Once again, thank you Mr. Latif. Teman-teman podcast, sekian sesi hari ini. Kita ketemu lagi di sesi selanjutnya. Podcast Fasya dari Fasya untuk Bangsa. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.